Hey guys, well, first of all, congratulations because your baby is 1 or they're at least approaching the age of 1 if you're watching this video. So my video today is going to be talking about what you can expect with their sleep now that they're 1 and over the next 12 months of life. Before I dive in, let me introduce myself. My name's Jen. I'm from jenniferbutler.com.au. I'm an early parenting specialist that's dedicated to helping mothers enjoy the simple joys and intimate early days and years of their baby by helping them to learn, understand, and support their baby and helping them to find their flow in motherhood. So if that sounds like something that you would love to hear about, then head on over to my website and sign up to my mailing list. You get sent a free clean sleeping guide when you do sign up, so it's worth your while, and you also get notified of when I release these new videos once a fortnight on a Tuesday. So the first area I'm going to explore is looking at separation anxiety. Now this is something I've touched upon in my other videos about the 6 to 9 month old and then the 9 to 12 month old that I'll link to below. But I want to bring it up again because in this next 12 months of life, somewhere it's usually at its peak. That's separation anxiety. By around 18 months, it's when it's really peaking. And I've mentioned it before in my other videos, but it won't affect all babies the same as it does others. So some babies and toddlers are super sensitive to that separation anxiety, and we'll see it play out when you separate from them in a room, whether you're dropping them off somewhere, they may not go to other people. There can be extremes of it, and then there can just be a little bit of upset when you're putting them to bed or different scenarios. So understand that every baby is different, but if you do have a baby or toddler who is really struggling with separation anxiety, there's lots of things that you can do. So make sure you get in touch with someone. Even a sleep consultant is able to work around the psychology around what's going on for them in terms of their sleep and settling, and in terms of their separation anxiety around sleep and settling. So be sure to get in touch so that you can work through that with someone and you can all achieve your goals to get the sleep that you need. So a big transition that happens in this 12 months of life is moving from 2 sleeps to 1 sleep. This generally happens around the age of 18 months. Definitely by 18 months, they will almost always be having the 1 nap a day. So between 16 to 18 months is when you start to see the transition happening. Although in saying that, some babies as early as 12 months are looking as though they do need to transition to 1. Usually it's worthwhile pushing them out a little bit longer to keep those 2 sleeps and just playing around with how you do get those 2 sleeps in. Going from 2 to 1 sleeps can be a very tricky transition. So make sure you reach out and get help if you are struggling with the transition, but understand that if your baby's going to bed overtired, waking up early, all those sorts of fun things that happen with nap transitions, just to make sure that you are respecting what their average awake time is, which at this age it can be up to sort of that 4 or 5 hour mark depending on your child. But knowing what your baby or toddler is capable of is how you need to work around with whether you transition to 1 nap sooner than 18 months or if you try and keep those 2 sleeps up until around the age of 16 to 18 months. A wonderful thing that you can expect with your 1 to 2 year old is their ability to understand what you are saying to them. So of course your baby's getting increasingly more understanding of all the things that you're saying, but particularly between 1 and 2, usually their receptive language is what they hear and understand exceeds their expressive language, which their expressive language is their ability to talk. So making sure that you talk to your toddler, let them know what you expect of them, whether it's around bedtime, whether it's around other behaviors and activities in the household. Talking to them and allowing them to understand in simple phrases is going to really help you in creating behaviors that you want to see in your child and just enabling them to understand what the general flow of the household is. So understand that receptive language is definitely excelling in this next 12 months of life and to use it to your advantage. So with the increase in receptive language and expressive language and all of those sorts of things, you might start to see emerge tantrums. So when your baby just loses it for sometimes there's a reason, sometimes there is seemingly no reason other than frustration. And again, this sort of behavior can play out at bedtime and at nap time. So understand that tantrums are all part of the process, But ensuring that the tantrum isn't happening because perhaps they're being put to bed when they're overtired, when they're undertired, maybe there's a routine misalignment. There can be causes for it if tantrums are occurring at sleep time. So just making sure that you're not just putting it down to it being normal toddler behavior when perhaps there is actually a reason for why the behavior is occurring at bedtime. But tantrums are definitely something that are going to emerge from 1 to 2 years of age and beyond. Well, I hope that video has been useful. It's certainly not an exhaustive list of everything that happens between 1 to 2 years of age, but I hope it gives you a bit of an idea about the things that may impact on your child's sleep. Anyway, I will be back here in another fortnight with a brand new video. Head on over to my website and sign up to my mailing list so you're alerted of when I release my new videos. And make sure to share the movie around, comment below, whatever it takes just to get the message across for other mothers who might be struggling with what to expect with their 1 to 2 year old sleep. But I'll be back here in a fortnight, so we'll see you then.